Chapter 2. I feel it coming, but I can't stop it. Panic. They left me. My parents actually left me in France. Meanwhile, Paris is oddly silent. Even the opera singer has packed in for the night. I cannot lose it. The walls here are thinner than bandits. So if I break down, my neighbors, my new classmates will hear everything. I'm going to be sick. I'm going to vomit that weird eggplant tapenade I had for dinner. And everyone will hear. And no one will invite me to watch the mimes escape from their invisible boxes, or whatever it is people do here in their spare time. I race to my pedestal sink to splash water on my face, but it explodes out and sprays my shirt instead. And now I'm crying harder because I haven't unpacked my towels, and wet clothing reminds me of those stupid water rides Bridget and Matt used to drag me on at Six Flags, where the water is the wrong color and it smells like paint and it has a billion trillion bacterial microbes in it. Oh god, what if there are bacterial microbes in the water? Is French water even safe to drink? Pathetic. I'm pathetic. How many 17-year-olds would kill to leave home? My neighbors aren't experiencing any meltdowns. No crying coming from behind their bedroom walls. I grab a shirt off to bed to blot myself dry. When the solution strikes, my pillow, I collapse face first into the sound barrier and sob and sob and sob. Someone is knocking on my door. No, surely that's not my door. There it is again. Hello? A girl calls from the hallway. Hello? Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. Go away. But she calls again, and I'm obligated to crawl off my bed and answer the door. A blonde with long, tight curls waits on the other side. She's tall and big, but not overweight big. Volleyball player big. A diamond-like nose ring sparkles in the hall light. Are you all right? Her voice is gentle. I'm Meredith. I live next door. Were those your parents who just left? My puffy eyes signal the affirmative. I cried the first night too. She tilts her head, thinks for a moment, and then nods. Come on, chocolate show. A chocolate show? Why would I want to see a chocolate show? My mother has abandoned me and I'm terrified to leave my room. And no, she smiles. Sure, hot chocolate. I can make some in my room. Oh, despite myself, I follow. Meredith stops me with her hand like a crossing guard. She's wearing rings on all 5 fingers. Don't forget your key. The doors automatically lock behind you. I know, and I tucked the necklace out from underneath my shirt to prove it. I slipped my key onto it during this weekend required life skill seminars for new students, when they told us how easy it is to get locked out. We enter her room. I gasp. It's the same impossible size as mine, 7 by 10 feet, with the same mini desk, mini dresser, mini bed, mini fridge, mini sink, and mini shower. No mini toilet. Those are shared down the hall. But unlike my own sterile cage, every inch of wall and ceiling is covered with posters and pictures in shiny wrapping paper and brightly colored flyers written in French. How long have you been here? I ask. Meredith hands me a tissue and I blow my nose. A terrible home like an angry woos. But she doesn't flinch or make a face. I arrived yesterday. This is my 4th year here, so I didn't have to go to the seminars. I flew in alone, so I've just been hanging out, waiting for my friends to show up. She looks around with her hands on her hips, admiring her handiwork. I spot a pile of magazines, scissors, and tape on her floor and realize it's a work in progress. Not bad, huh? White walls don't do it for me. I circle her room, examining everything. I quickly discover that most of the faces are the same 5 people. John, Paul, George, Ringo, and some soccer guy I don't recognize. The Beatles are all I listen to. My friends tease me, but who's this? I point to soccer guy. He's wearing red and white, and he's all dark eyebrows and dark hair. Quite good looking, actually. C'est Fabregas. God, he's the most incredible passer. Plays for Arsenal. The English football club? No? I shake my head. I don't keep up with sports. But maybe I should. Nice legs, though. I know, right? You could hammer nails with those thighs. While Meredith brews chocolate Sean in her hot plate, I learned she's also a senior and that she only plays soccer during the summer because our school doesn't have a program, but that she used to rank all state in Massachusetts. That's where she's from, Boston. And she reminds me I should call it football here, which, when I think about it, really does make sense. And she doesn't seem to mind when I badger her with questions or paw through her things. Her room is amazing, in addition to the paraphernalia taped to her walls. She has a dozen china teacups filled with plastic glitter rings, and silver rings with amber stones, and glass rings with pressed flowers. It really looks as if she's lived here for years. I try on a ring with rubber dinosaur attached. The T-Rex flashes red and yellow and blue lights when I squeeze them. I wish I could have a room like this. I love it, but I'm too much of a neat freak to have something like it for myself. I need clean walls and a clean desktop and everything put away in its right place at all times. Meredith looks pleased with the compliment. Are these your friends? I place the dinosaur back into its teacup and point to a picture tucked in her mirror. It's gray and shadowy and printed on thick glossy paper. Clearly the product of a school photography class. 4 people stand before a giant hollow cube, and the abundance of stylish black clothing and deliberately mussed hair reveals Meredith belongs to the resident art clique. For some reason, I'm surprised. I know her room is artsy, and she has all of those rings on her fingers and in her nose. But the rest is clean, cut, lilac sweater, pressed jeans, soft voice. Then there is the soccer thing, but she's not a tomboy either. She breaks into a wide smile, and her nose winks. Yeah, Ali took that at the defense. That's Josh and St. Clair and me and Rashmi. You'll meet them tomorrow at breakfast. Well, everyone but Ali. She graduated last year. The pit of my stomach begins to unclench. Was that an invitation to sit with her? But I'm sure you'll meet her soon enough because she's dating St. Clair. She's at Parsons Paris now for photography. I've never heard of it, but I nod as if I've considered going there myself someday. She's really talented. The age in her voice suggests otherwise, but I don't push it. Josh and Rashmi are dating too, she adds. Oh, Meredith must be single. Unfortunately, I can relate. Back home, I dated my friend Matt for 5 months. He was tallish and funnish and had decentish hair. It was some of those since no one better is around, do you want to make out situations? And all we'd ever done was kiss, and it wasn't even that great. Too much spit. I always had to wipe off my chin. We broke up when I learned about France, but it wasn't a big deal. I didn't cry or send him weepy emails or key his mom's station wagon. Now he's going out with Cherry Milken, who is in chorus and has shiny shampoo commercial hair. It doesn't even bother me. Not really. Besides, the breakup freed me to lust after Tough, multiplex coworker babe extraordinaire. Not that it didn't last after him when I was with Matt, but still. It did make me feel guilty. And things were starting to happen with Tough. They really were. When summer ended. But Matt's the only guy I've ever gone out with, and he barely counts. I once told him I dated this guy named Stuart Thistleback at summer camp. Stuart Thistleback had auburn hair and played the stand-up bus, and we were totally in love. But he lived in Chattanooga, and we didn't have our driver's licenses yet. Matt knew I made it up, but he was too nice to say so. I'm about to ask Meredith what classes she's taken when her phone chirps the first few bars of Strawberry Fields Forever. She rolls her eyes and answers. Mom, it's midnight here. 6-hour time difference, remember? I glance at her alarm clock, shaped like a yellow submarine, and I'm surprised to find she's right. I set my long empty mug of chocolate chaw on her dresser. I should get going, I whisper. Sorry I stayed so long. Hold on a sec. Meredith covers the mouthpiece. It was nice meeting you. See you at breakfast? Yeah, see you. I tried to say this casually, but I'm so thrilled that I skip from her room and promptly slam into a wall. Whoops, not a wall, a boy. Woof, he staggers backward. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were there. He shakes his head, a little dazed. The first thing I notice is his hair. It's the first thing I notice about everyone. It's dark brown and messy, and somehow both long and short at the same time. I think of the Beatles, since I've just seen them in Meredith's room. It's artist hair, musician hair. I pretend I don't care, but I really do hair. Beautiful hair. It's okay, I didn't see you either. Are you alright then? Oh my, he's English. Does Mary live here? Seriously, I don't know any American girl who can resist an English accent. The boy clears his throat. Meredith Chevalier? Tall girl, big, curly hair. Then he looks at me like I'm crazy or half deaf. Like my Nana Oliphant. Nana just smiles and shakes her head whenever I ask, what kind of salad dressing would you like? Or where did you put Granda's false teeth? I'm sorry, he takes the smallest step away from me. You were going to bed. Yes, Meredith lives there. I've just spent 2 hours with her. I announce this proudly like my brother Shawnee whenever he finds something disgusting in the yard. I'm Anna. I'm new here. Oh God, what is with this scary enthusiasm? My cheeks catch fire, and it's so humiliating. The beautiful boy gives an amused grin. His teeth are lovely, straight on top and crooked on the bottom, with a touch of overbite. I'm a sucker for a smile like this. Due to my own lack of orthodontia, I have a gap between my front teeth the size of a raisin. Étienne, he says. I live one floor up. I live here. I point dumbly on my room while my mind wears. French name, English accent, American school. Anna confused. He raps twice on Meredith's door. Well, I'll see you around then, Anna. Étienne says my name like this. Anna. My heart thumps in my chest. Meredith opens her door. St. Clair, she shrieks. She's still on the phone. They laugh and hug and talk over each other. Come in. How was your flight? When'd you get here? Have you seen Josh? Mom, I've gotta go. Meredith's phone and door snap shut simultaneously. I fumble with the key on my necklace. Two girls in matching pink bathrobes strut behind me, giggling and gossiping. A crowd of guys across the hall snicker and catcall. Meredith and her friend laugh through the thin walls. My heart sinks, and my stomach tightens back up. I'm still the new girl. I'm still alone.